Good morning to my beautiful and beloved lecturer and our fellow friends. I am Nur Aisyah binti Ali Daimi, together with my friend Laura Pella Anak Naun and Nur Syahada binti Nordin, will presenting a full summary on the novel that we pick, which is entitled The Weight of Our Sky by Hannah Alkaf. The novel is about a music-loving 16-year-old teen diagnosed with OCD and confront all the challenges during the hysteric riot which was placed in Kuala Lumpur on May 1969. She lived with her mother after her father died, and because of her loved ones left them both, that is the time Melati started to think that there is jinn, threatens and living inside her. Melati is familiar with the threatened by the jinn and she obsessed with tapping, counting and doing all the things that the jinn says so that it can keep her mother safe. If Melati refused and not following of what the jinn tell her, her mother, Puan Salma, will be dead. After the class ended, they both go to the cinema as was Sophia's success on persuade her friend, Melati. At this moment, Safia and Melati are enjoying their shows, and this jinn comes again threaten Melati, and she succeeds on overcome it. Then another group of Chinese men comes, shock the audience at the cinema, and start to make a mess. Melati met Auntie B, Chinese woman, and they ran together, leaving the cinema to a safe place and hide from the riot between Chinese and Malays at the city. There are bloods and dead bodies everywhere on the road, and a lot of Chinese and Malay gang start to find each other and fighting among themselves.
Melati became friends with a boy named Vincent, a Chinese boy, because his mother's Auntie B saved Melati's life from being killed by Chinese people. Vincent brings his mother and Melati using a car crossing in the middle straight war between three majority races. While in the car, Melati chooses to keep in silence because she still does not know what is exactly happened and she isn't frightened. She just listened to Auntie B mumbling to her son, Vincent. During Melati's journey to find his mother, he asked Vincent to help her. When she's riding a motorcycle with Vincent, his left arm had been shot by Malay guards, but Vincent still rides the motorcycle to make sure Melati can be safe. But they choose to stop at the side road when they heard a mysterious voices asking for help. A woman hit by a gun, bleeding, asked for Melati and Vincent to help her to save her unborn child. To make sure these women reached at the hospital safely, Vincent and Melati had to fight for a while. This is because Vincent could be killed by Malay guards, and the Malay guards does not want to help them when they know Vincent was a Chinese boy. When this incident is over, Melati got the news. Her best friend, Safia, was died. Safia's father, Encik Adnan, still cannot accept why his daughter died, but Melati can survive. Melati finally found her mother. When she helped a mysterious woman bring her to the hospital, and yes, she found her mom at the hospital. This is because her mom was a nurse. Melati feeling sad and guilty because she cannot save her friends Saf from being killed.
We have learned about many things, including politics, mental health, religions, culture, and social relations. What happened in this novel reminds us of the moment of racial riots that caused a lot of bloodshed and the split of racial unity. Similarly, everything that disturbs our soul has a huge impact on our lives so that we are not able to think rationally. We can't imagine if we were at Melati's place when she lost her friends, when she wanted to meet her mother, and when she was in a dangerous situations. We have also learned that goodness always comes to us without us realizing it. Just like Melati who was rescued by Auntie B while Melati is struggling with her emotions. In addition, Melati's faith and sincerity can save him from the struggle. However, Malati is still struggling with her OCD and also genes. Malati always fights the whisper that play in her mind and always visits the grave of her friends, Saf. Overall, The Weight of Our Sky is a very interesting novel because this novel is very open to our minds. To recall the story of the past on 30 May 1969, Alcaf managed to include history, psychology, religions, and politics in a novel. Trauma for us to imagine if we were still living in a chaotic state. The country must always focus on unity. This book is a must have in your collections. This book is perfect for those who love mystery, history, and thriller. This novel contains 30 chapters and was written by Hannah Alcaf. What is interesting about this novel? Hannah Alcaf does not make this novel a romantic novel even though it has the potential for it. We found this novel loaded with lessons as well as unlike a typical novel. Also, this novel always makes the adrenaline of the reader active. This novel is the most interesting novel we have ever read. And that's all from our group. Thank you.